So what we're going to do today is we're going to talk about histograms. All right, I'll show you what I mean by histogram towards the end of the video. Okay, basically a histogram is like a bar graph but with no space. It's for continuous data, so you don't want space in between your bars. Okay, so the way that we're going to get a histogram is you're going to go into your applications. You'll see this, and here you're going to open the program called Fathom. It's the little yellow circle. Okay, so Fathom is what you're going to open. And when you open Fathom, this is what you'll see. Okay, then I want you to open your SurveyMonkey and go to your continuous data. Okay, so here I have some data that's about the hours of TV that people might watch. So it's continuous data, so it's a range from 1 to 10, 11 to 20, 21 to 30, 31 to 40, 41 to 50, right? And I have how many people answered in that range. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to transfer that information here to Fathom so that I can make my histogram. Okay, so to do that, I want to go up to Table and I want to start a table. So if you just click on Table and then go down here and drop it anywhere you want, and then click on New and type in what your question is. So for example, mine is TV hours, and I'll hit Enter, and now I have a space to enter in my column below. Okay, so the problem here is I have 5 people that are between 1 and 10. I don't know where exactly between 1 and 10 they are, but that doesn't matter. All I'm going to do is I'm going to pretend like this 1 to 10 says 5 hours, right? Because it's in the middle of 1 and 10. So I'm going to pretend like that's 5, okay? And I have 5 people that answered 5. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put 5, 5, 5, 5, 5. So there's my 5 people. Each answered between 1 and 10. And what's between 1 and 10? Well, it's 5. So that's why I have 5 5s there. Then for the next one, 11 to 20, well, the middle of that is 15, right? So the middle of 11 to 20 is 15. So these 7 people, they're between 11 to 20, so I'm going to say that they all answered about 15. So that means I now need 7 people that answered 15. So there's my 7 people, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, that answered between 11 and 20. The next one has 12 people answering between 21 and 30. So between 21 and 30 is 25. So I'm going to pretend like they all answered 25. So now I need 12 people that answered 25. So that's 1, 2, 3. So there's my 12 people that answered 25. Then I need 18 people that answered 31 to 40. All right, so I'm going to call that 35. So 18 people answered 35. So there's my 18 people with 35. And then I had 4 people answer 45. Right? So I'm going to call this 45. Okay, so 4 people answered 45. And that's it, right? And now this chart I don't need anymore because I have this one. So let's get rid of that. And over here, I now want to make this into a graph. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on Graph, and I'm going to drop it somewhere. And now where it says Drop an Attribute at the bottom, I'm going to click on TV Hours, and I'm going to hold it, and I'm going to drag it over to Drop an Attribute. And when I drop it, here's my graph. So this is how many people answered 5, how many people answered 15, how many people answered 25, 35, 45. Now this is a dot plot, and that says that up here. So what I want to do is I want to click histogram. So I'm going to go drop it down, histogram. Now what I want to do is I just want to play around with the bars so that they are all equally spaced and so that they go from 0 to 10. So there's 10, right? But I also want them to start at 0. So the first one was 0 to 10, and then 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 40, 40 to 50. So that covers all of my ranges, right? 0 to 10, 10 to 20, and so on, right? And I have the number of TV hours and the number of people. So there's 5, there's 7, there's 12, there's 18, and there's 4. Okay, so that's a histogram, and the reason why it's important is because there's no spaces in between, which tells us that the data is continuous. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I want to be able to copy and paste this histogram into Word so you can type about it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Edit, and I'm going to go to Copy as Picture. And then I'll go to a Word document that you've started already for your other graphs, right-click, paste, and there's my picture. Okay? So now I can make this smaller or bigger, and I can write something about it. So here, what I'd probably write is that people watch increasingly more TV up until 40 hours, and then there's very few people that watch more than 40 hours. Okay, so lots of people, we get more and more people watching more and more TV until you get up to 40, and then after 40, very few people watch that. Okay, so that's histograms for you.